Hey friends, it's Misty and Cuddles. Hey Cuddles, how are you? I'm fine, thank you, sweetie. So, I finally have a new book for us today. Yes, I'm a little behind. I'm sorry, Cuddles. It's Thursday and I usually record on Tuesday. Well, I had to wait for my book to come. What's it called? It's called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. You don't want to read that? Well, why not, Cuddles? Cuddles. He said he does not want Alexander's bad day to rub off on him. Cuddles, come back. Excuse me. That's not how this works. So, what's going to happen is we're going to read this story and then we're going to learn some things that we should not do so that we won't have a bad day like that in the future. And then we'll learn some of the things that he learned too. Because throughout the book, I'm sure he's learning different things that he could have done differently. Oh, okay, so you really do want to read this book now. Oh, because I said I was that will benefit from it? Yes, I think we will. Okay. So the book is called Alexander and a No Good, Very Bad, Terrible Day. I'm sorry. That is not the title of the book. So, um, Cuddles said that Alexander's bad day is affecting me, where I can't even say the title of the book correctly. No, it's not, Cuddles. I just made a mistake. Okay, so I get a pass. The book is called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. The author is Judith Viorst, and the illustrator is Ray Cruz. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. Okay, I had to stretch my leg. I apologize. All right. Alexander and a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. See the skateboard on the ground. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a Junior Undercover Agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said If I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh, well, yeah, there's only four windows. The driver's window, and this one, two, three. And there were four children and the driver. So somebody had to sit in the middle. It just happened to be Alexander that day. And he needs to be happy that he got a ride instead of not being able to ride next to the window. He should be happy that he's riding. That's right, Cuddles. That's right. Be happy that you're riding because you could be walking, right? And it could be very far away. Maybe late. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Excuse me. Now you see this? You see the little boy who drew the sailboat, and then he said an invisible castle. Invisible ink and crayons too. Yeah, he didn't draw anything, did he? That's why his teacher was like upset and didn't like his picture. He was having lazy bones. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream cone. Okay. I hope the next time you get a double decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. So he said all those boys was his best friend and him next. And he said, I hope you have something bad happen to you. And that's not nice. Well, why did he pick those other boys over him? I don't know. But that's okay. Maybe he doesn't need to be friends with them. Maybe they're bad influences and he doesn't realize it. Mm. I'm smart. Thank you, Cuddles. There were two cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mom gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mom forgot to put in dessert? No, you really don't get dessert with lunch all the time. That is a luxury. But all the other boys had it though. Yeah, that's messed up. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. He only had a sandwich, probably an apple. He might have got some chips. Maybe. Probably got some carrot sticks or something. That's excuse me. That's what it was. Because after school my mom took us all to the dentist. and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Ooh. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. Oh my God, he is the only one that had a cavity. See, now that's, yes. So he should be happy that his mom didn't give him dessert because he might have more than one cavity. You're right, Cuddles. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for Mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby, and okay. While I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I was having, I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one even answered. Yeah, yeah, that's sad. So he got in trouble because he hurt his foot and fell down. And then his brother started calling him a crybaby because he cried about it. And then he fought his brother. And then he got in trouble for falling down in the mud and fighting his brother. Well, he shouldn't have been fighting his brother. But I understand how that would be frustrating because that wasn't necessarily his fault alone. Yeah. And then he got in trouble for that too. So that's bad. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the man said, we're all sold out. They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. Mmm. Well, that's true. They don't have. He doesn't have to wear those shoes. He can wear other shoes. Mm. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copy machine, but I forgot. Oh. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Look at this man's office after these kids went in. Look at this. OMG. All the paper and the ink spilled all over. Oh my goodness. And the plant and the blinds. Look at that. Look at that. He said Alexander doesn't have very good self control. Well, I think he's just young, you know. He needs to follow directions better. Yeah, you're right. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. Yeah. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. Hmm. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow that he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. Even in Australia. The end. You like it? You liked it? I'm glad, Cuddles. See, we actually learned something from this, Cuddles. He said he learned not to have a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There was too much going on. Yeah. Oh, and be careful with your teeth. That's a good one. Don't eat too many sweets. Don't chew gum before bed. Don't put your clothes on while the water is running. Don't get in the water that's too hot in the bathtub. Oh, I don't know about the cereal and the lima beans. I don't know what to do about that either. He should have been thankful that his mom didn't give him dessert because he could have had more um, cavities, and that's correct. He should have actually drawn a picture at school. Yes, he should have drawn a picture at school. He should pay more attention in math class and count to 16. Don't scream while he's singing in singing lesson, okay? Don't complain about a ride while he's riding. Don't worry about friends when they say they're not your friend because they're probably not your friend anyway. That's right. Try to be flexible and find some other shoes. Yeah, because he didn't have to settle for the white shoes. If that's kissing on TV, go watch something. Go do something else. Yeah. Don't keep the skateboard close to your bed. Okay. He has to share his cat. Okay. Okay. So with the nightlight, what did you say? Oh, there's nothing you can really do about that. Try to have comfort in the fact that someone's with you. Because he was not alone in his room. The light was out. Yeah. Yeah, and that can be scary to be in the dark. But that's okay. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, he said he's very happy that he listened to the story and he learned a lot. That's great, Cuddles. Well, I appreciate that you learned something from this story, Cuddles. Did I learn something? Well, no, because a lot of the things that he experienced, um, I didn't really experience them. And I don't think I'm gonna experience them now that I'm an adult and I'm big five. One thing I want to point out though, when he got in trouble for fighting his brother. Well, I think that before he punched his brother, he should have told his mom what was going on. Well, yeah, she was not there when that happened, but he could have waited for her to come and told her about it before he tried to punch his brother. Well, yeah, I do know how siblings can be, 'cause I have two little sisters and a little brother. Oh, you don't have any siblings, Cuddles? Siblings is brothers and sisters. He said he doesn't have any. Oh, he has two friends that are like brothers. Oh, well, that's cool. I'm glad that you have somebody in your corner. Um, yeah, I learned not to fight at least. I always used to tell my kids, now, I'm not an advocate for not sticking up for yourself. I don't want you to get beat up by anybody and just let them beat you up. That's not cool. I think that if somebody's bothering you, first you tell them to stop. Then, if they don't listen, you say it loud enough for the teacher to hear you, or your parent to hear you, or you tell an adult that you're being bothered so that they can help you. So, like, first time you say, hey, don't hit me. Then, second time you say, hey, I told you, don't hit me. Mrs. Smith, you better come get him because he's going to get hurt if he keeps bothering me. And then if Mrs. Smith doesn't do anything, if the teacher doesn't do anything, if your parents don't do anything, if if it's just, well, you can work it out and they bother you again, Johnny's gonna have a black eye and so am I. And Johnny's gonna be on detention and so am I. We're gonna have matching black eyes together. Cause I don't play that. You ain't about to sit there and have a time I'm be on punishment and you sitting there smiling and laughing and joking. No, we're gonna both be on punishment because we're gonna both have black eyes and we're gonna both have consequences for fighting. Yeah, I'm not an advocate of not fighting, but use that as the last resort. Don't fight and then accept the consequences or whatever. Try to find other avenues first. That's what I wanted to say about that. Yeah. Well, that's what I used to teach my kids. I used to teach my kids that because I used to teach them don't fight because, see, this is what usually happens. Okay, you're listening? Okay. So usually, if you're in school and somebody's picking on you, the person that's picking on you is gonna pick on you, and the teacher's gonna be facing the board. So as soon as they turn around, though, you're gonna be standing up for yourself and hitting them back. And what are they gonna see? They're gonna see you hitting someone. And then you're gonna say, but, and the teacher's gonna say, no, I saw you hitting them. But actually, they're the ones that started it. They they started the fight. They started the problem. And you were trying to solve it with violence. And that does not ever work. So I say, you tell them when they start trying to pick on you, don't do it. Then say it louder or get an adult to help you. And then if that doesn't work, then that's strike three. Three strikes, you're out. Okay? Yeah. But see, the other two kind of keep you where you don't get any trouble. But if they don't listen, on the third strike, if you get in trouble, you just get in trouble because you gave ample opportunity for somebody to help you. You gave them the opportunity to stop. You gave them an opportunity to help you, and nobody intervened. Nobody stopped. They didn't stop. The teacher didn't stop them. The teacher didn't help you. So you have to help yourself then. But violence is not the answer. So try to always do the first two steps first and try to do them as many times as you possibly can without actually um actually resorting to violence. Okay? Can you understand that? You like that? Mhm. I think that's good advice too. I hope so. Okay. So yeah, it's time for us to send our shouts because we've been on a little too long. So shout out to Emmanuel, Faith, Peter, Paul, John, Mary, Chris, Sydney, RJ, Jason, and Jeremiah. And say congratulations to Sydney. Yay! Sydney got, well, she used to work at a place and she was having medical issues, but they hired her back. So now she got back hired at the place where she used to work at. She's feeling better, so she's not having the health issues anymore. And she got hired onto her old job. Yay! So all of the children are employed. Yay! All of the children are employed. Chris is in the armed forces, and Sydney has a job. Ronald has a job. Jason has several jobs, and Jeremiah has a job. Yay! And me too. I have a new job. Yeah, I'm going to be selling health and life insurance. Thank you. So please keep hope for me that I pass my test. I want to, hope that I do well. Yay. Excuse me. Abrazos y besos. Eres amado desde lejos. Hugs and kisses. You are loved from far away. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We love you all. See you later.